Hello, guys, and welcome to the Arsenal Notebook. 2 days ago, Arsenal signed Willian, the worst kept secret around. We knew it was going to happen, but finally, he's a gunner. So, let's talk about this new signing, the first signing of the season. So, we know he's 32 years old. He was born on 9th of August, 1988. His previous team, obviously known to many football fans around the world, was Chelsea. He was there for 7 years. Fun fact about his move to Chelsea, he actually went on a medical to Tottenham. They paid for his plane flight 7 years ago to come to Tottenham, where he took his medical, and then a last-minute decision saw him go to Chelsea instead of Tottenham. And rather ironically, he's went to Tottenham's rivals, Arsenal, now. So I think it's safe to say that Willian isn't a massive fan of Tottenham. At Chelsea, he had 339 appearances, which is pretty impressive. He has been playing rather well for this season. We know that Frank Lampard was actually looking to sign him on another contract, but he chose to leave. Maybe that was because he saw some potential in Arteta. We know that he watched the FA Cup final, Mikel Arteta masterclass, so maybe that helped his move. His position is a winger or attacking midfielder. Personally, I'd like to see him play in the attacking midfielder position. Obviously, we know the situation going on with Ozil at the moment. Obviously, he says that he wants to stay for another year. Are we going to let him play? We don't know. We know that Willian, he has a lot of experience in the Premier League, just like Ozil. However, recently Ozil hasn't been scoring a lot, and I think Willian is a good choice because he's a goal scoring attacking midfielder, which is what Arsenal have needed of late. His height is 1.75 meters, so just a bit taller than me. Just a bit. And his weight is 77 kilograms, which is a hell of a lot more than mine. Type of deal. It was a free transfer. As you know, Frank Lampard was trying to get him to sign a new contract, but he left. His contract did run out at the end of this season, which is why it was free. And his wages. We know that Arsenal are going to be paying him somewhat between £100,000 and £220,000 a week. Now, I think £100,000 is his wages, but £220,000 would come from him meeting certain targets and whatsoever, which would obviously increase it to 220,000. His deal length is 3 years, so he could be leaving at 35 years old. May finish his Premier League career here, most probably. We can imagine that he's probably going to go to an American or Chinese club where they'll also pay him a lot of money after that. So let's talk about his number. Willian gets the number 12, last worn by Olivier Giroud, who went to Chelsea. I'm glad to see him wearing this number. I do think that he deserves to have a number 12 shirt. I think he could do well wearing this shirt. Obviously, we know that he wore number 22 and then obviously the famous number 10 at Chelsea. But the number 10 is being occupied by the person who we don't want to have the number 10. But I'm fine. I think the number 12 is a good number for him to have. I think it fits well. Let's look at some of these quotes. So, Willian said at an Arsenal interview, "I like the way they play. Everything is amazing. The stadium. And I think that Arsenal have a great opportunity to fight for titles in the Premier League and in Europe. So I'm very happy because of that." So obviously, at this point, he's saying that in the interview, he was trying to say that he wants to bring Arsenal back to victory, the club which they once were, who were winning so much and were obviously challenging for Premier League titles and European titles. And then Arteta said in his interview, "I believe that he's a player that can really make a difference for us. We have been monitoring him for the past few months. We had a clear intention to strengthen in the attacking midfield and the wing positions. And he is a player that gives us a lot of versatility. He can play in 3 or 4 different positions." 3 or 4 different positions. Now let's just think. He could play as a winger, obviously right or left wing. We know that he can play in the attacking midfielder position and probably a central midfielder position if that was offered to, if he had to. He also said, as well, he brings a lot of quality and something we need, which is winners. He has the experience to win almost everything in the football world, but still the ambition to come here and contribute to bring back the club where it belongs. So I think this is just part of the Arteta process. It was actually recorded that Eddie said that Willian is just the beginning of something big. And that is just a beautiful quote for him to say. I think this gets all Arsenal fans, their engines are slightly more revved than usual. I do believe in the Arteta process. I think that this is just the first of many great signings to happen. Hopefully, Thomas Partey can end up coming here, after Atletico Madrid were unfortunately kicked out of the Champions League by Leipzig. So I think this is just one of the beginning signings for the summer. I'm very happy with this signing. As I was saying, he can play in this attacking midfield position. He can play as a winger, right or left. So I think he would fit very nicely into a 4-2-1-3 with us having 2 centre backs, maybe Saliba, Luiz, or Saliba and Gabriel if he is to come to Arsenal, Bellerin, Tierney, with Xhaka, and hopefully Partey with Willian playing here. Maybe Saka or Oba and Laka, and then obviously Pepe or Reece Nelson, who's actually been pretty great recently. So like I said, I'm happy with this signing, but this can't be the best signing which we get this summer. We've got to have more signings, more exciting signings than this one. Obviously, we're still waiting on Aubameyang to sign a new contract. I think that is probably the most important signing, and obviously Thomas Partey second best. But thank you guys for watching the Arsenal Notebook today. We hope you enjoyed it. We will release a couple of other videos. We are actually trying to start a documentary, so please look out for that. And if you guys like the Arsenal Notebook, we have a website. Down below we'll leave the link. We are sort of fixing it now for the new season. As you know, we have to get rid of quite a lot of stuff, but that's fine. And we also do have an Instagram page, also down below. We'll leave the link down there in case you want to check it out and follow us. So thank you guys for watching the Arsenal Notebook today. We hope that you enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys.